Hello friends, it's Astro here. Welcome back to Rimworld. Welcome back to Hilltown Deluxe, where we have some rather nasty fibrous mechanites that are attacking our friends. I have no idea what these things are. I have never seen them before. I am assuming that they're a treatable thing, but yeah, this ain't great. And as a result, I'm going to start restricting some of these people to bed because I don't know what is required here. So, Cactus is already in bed, so that's fine. Sammy has been treated, so that's fine. Tico and Blur. Okay, great. Now, Mesa needs a right kidney transplant. We completed that kidney last episode, which is great. And now we just need to stick it into her, which is good. Not harvest. We want to install a right kidney. Now, here's the problem. Mesa is our champion surgeon, and the other people, so Rex is the other one that can do surgery. Look, let's live out on a limb here, shall we? Let's get it right out of the way. What was it? Right kidney, surrogate kidney, right kidney. Let's go. So, let's see what our pal Rex is like when placed into the situation where she has to perform surgery on the champion doctor. Artie, the trader, has turned up, so we get to see shortly how Artie is going to do for us and what they're going to bring for us, which is great. And we could probably clean off some of these announcements here and let these go. One patient awaiting a medical operation, and Cactus and Mesa have tattered apparel. Really? What tattered apparel? So you got a dead man's armor vest on. Are you upset by that? You wearing a... You Burke. Alright, we'll have to fix that too. I guess it's the parka that's... Wow, that's really shoddy. I should really make a new parka for her to wear, but that's fine. We'll get around to that. Zia, if you're not too busy, mate, could you come and find where the trader is in this big mess of Muffalo and things? No? Oh, there she is. Trade. We'll see what Artie, the Artful Dodger, has for us to play with. What do you got? You got some components. I could use those. Thank you very much. You would like to buy some of my cloth, but I don't want to sell it for that price. That's fairly poor. What else do you have? Nothing exciting there. You can have all of this... Not my Devil Strand, no way. You can have all of this random skin that we have. Not the Muffalo leather, we keep that. Raccoon, rat. Actually, Muffalo leather we're not going to use. And we're not going to make any more of it either, because we're not going to kill our Muffalo. But you can have all of that stuff. Hey, you can have some of my drugs as well. I don't want any of this stuff. And Wake Up or Go Juice. I will take your steel. That'll be lovely. I have some shoddy pants and some... Yeah, that's fine. We've got a whole bunch of cowboy hats here that you can have. So here we go. Steel Advanced Helmet. No, you don't get that. But you do get a bunch of cowboy hats. Yep. Cowboy hat. Cowboy hat. This is what we originally set out to do, right? To be the cowboy hat capital of the world. And is there anything... Ooh. Psychic foil. Is there anything else that you have that I want or I have that you want? You don't seem to want to buy any of my bionic bits and bobs, which is... What did I make a bionic animal lung for? I can't remember now. I'm sure I would have made it for a purpose. I'm sure one of my animals would have been horribly damaged and would have required some maintenance, but I'd be buggered if I know who that would have been. It was probably Mayumi? Hey, yeah, look, it was. Okay. Let's install... What? Right lung. It's got a simple animal nose bolted on as well. And it needs a new tail. I seem to remember something where you could harvest parts from scythers and bolt them onto your, ooh, what? What is this? AI chip? Ooh. What else have we got? Pain stopper. Synthetic lung. Is that better than a standard lung? Hyperweave. Oh, well, we can't produce that just yet. Okay, so it's like the upgraded version of a standard surrogate lung, which is all we have for the time being. Anything else in here look interesting? Is there a tail? Nose, tails. Yeah, there you go. We'll make one of those for Mayumi as well. Meanwhile, Mesa, how you doing? Surrogate kidney installed. Excellent. I don't think that that's going to do a huge amount. It's weakened now, but it's better than it was. So eventually, we're going to need to create the upgraded version of the kidney for Mesa. So she's now fixed up and about again, which is great. So the upgraded version of the surrogate lung is, or the surrogate kidney, requires hyperweave and energized components. So I don't think we can produce hyperweave just yet. I don't even know where you do that. But now that Mesa's back on her feet, maybe we can get Sam's destroyed lung repaired, and it was the right lung. So let's go install surrogate lung in the right lung. Good. She's going to go and get ready for surgery. Wait, oh, the dog as well. Hilda is pregnant. And we've crafted another light receptor. Excellent. Okay, so it's now Sam's time to get her surgery on. So let's cross our fingers. This is going to be a dangerous... Wait, why is Muse doing this? Oh, please don't kill her. Oh. Great. Well, I take it all back, Muse. I have spent all of this time thinking that Muse was, you know, a complete Burke and wouldn't be able to manage to do this surgery, but she's proven me wrong. She's done a great job, and Sam is now the proud owner of a surrogate lung. So her breathing is weakened, but I'm assuming that when she's back up and running, let's see how Mesa... Yeah, it's still weak. She's still weakened, so she's still not 100%, but it's better. It's better. We need to figure out how to get hyperweave, so that we can, you know, do the rest of the things that need to be done. So if we look at synthetic lung, right, and it says we need hyperweave here. So what does one make hyperweave from? I guess we'll have to... Can the learning helper tell me? No? Okay. Yep. Fire preparation. Yep. Outfits. Great. Cool. No worries. I'll have to look that up. Oh my goodness. Look at this bad boy. It's finally finished. Oh, that is wonderful. What happens if I do this? No. Oh god, what do I fire at? Hold fire, designate, toggle. Okay, so there's nothing I can do on this. Does it need to be manned? It does not. It's just a standard big frickin' turret that is just going to wail away on all of our enemies. And that, my friends, I am quite thrilled about. I think that that's a pretty cool thing. It's got a little laser on it and everything. Oh, man. Okay. So, whatever this turret is, this is better. And I am looking for... Well, I'm not looking forward to it. I never look forward to getting attacked. That's, you know, never fun. But at least, you know, at least with this bad boy guarding the northern section of our base, we can hopefully be a little bit more lethal in our interactions with visiting jerks, of which we've seen quite a few recently. You know, I mean, are we losing power? We are losing power. Let's flip on one of these. I did have a little bit of a chuckle recently and said, oh God, you know, everything's been going really well and there's nothing really to worry about in this series. Like, at this particular point, we're so powerful, we just don't need to worry. Oh, how wrong I was. And we've been attacked by things that we are unaccustomed to, like people using sappers to blow their way into the side of the base instead of being nice and coming in to the front door where all of the guns are. Like, I mean, that's what I expect people to do, right? I expect people to be generous enough to turn up, preferably when everyone's awake, so you don't have to wake everyone up. Give us some time for breakfast so that we can, you know, it's nice to have, we've got some eggs there, we've got, you know, some bacon and stuff. We want to have our little snack for breakfast and, you know, get ourselves prepared for the day. It's really, there's nothing nice about, oh no, it's been attacked by a rat and had its tail bitten off. Poor thing. Maybe we can, no, I don't want to tame it. We've got enough foxes to bloody sink a battleship at this particular point in time. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, so getting up, being attacked without a full stomach, it's really just not a pleasant sort of situation. So it's always nice when, you know, especially with those plague ships and the psychic drone ship, when they turn up, at least they're nice and they just hang out there for a while. And sure, they're spreading a bit of poison, or there's a constant psychic drone which is slowly getting stronger and stronger, and you know, it's a bit annoying, but it's not exactly, you know, it's not something that you're going to lose your mind over. It's easy enough to prepare for it, and, you know, get everyone lined up. You can come up here and build a line of little wooden sort of blobs so that people can hide behind them, and, you know, it's fine. You can sort of take care of things. My God, we've got a lot of muffalo now, and chooks, and turkeys. I'm kind of getting the feeling that we're going to need to extend this growing zone across like this, so that we have a little bit more hay grass come next summertime, because, I mean, there's still a good amount here, and it spoils in like 1 quadrum. I think a quadrum is like, you know, 3 months. So it'd be like a season. But I am not entirely sure, to be brutally honest. Excuse me. So here we are. We've got a good amount of hunting happening at the moment, which is helping to take care of our overall food requirements. We've been a little bit lax with it recently, which is not the greatest. And it's meant that, no, I wish you guys would come out and around to get into the kitchen instead of going through. That's probably not doing us... Yeah, look at the temperature on this room. It's not able to hold itself at at below 0. And same here. This is 5 degrees, which means that these are refrigerated, but they're not refrigerated enough. This is starting to become a problem, friends, and I'm a little bit concerned that the placement of this fridge is causing us some dramas. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to just turn this off for now, because this is just heating this one room to 20 degrees. And then all of the heat from these rooms are getting bled into this room when the doors open. And they're getting bled out into the outside world. So, we're also going to build in a thermal airlock. Alright, so it's going to go across here like this. And then across here like this. And then we're going to require 2 more auto doors like here and here. And that should hopefully keep... I'll tell you what, we might even want to put another cooler there. -1, 0, 3 degrees. Yeah, We're going to need another cooler, aren't we? The question is, where are we going to put it? Unless... Okay, hang on. Let's build a copy of this here. Right? And then let's... I think this door can probably be deconstructed as well. And we'll build a copy... like here. That should be fine. That should be nice. Nice. So we'll build a copy there. We'll just chop and change this around a little bit, just to make this a little more efficient. And we're having some power problems. Again. So we'll just toggle one of these back on. The silly part is, it's freezing cold outside. And yet I'm struggling to keep this room at a relatively good level. Which boggles the mind. So, ship sensor cluster research has been completed, which is great. Let's figure out... Oh, God. Oh, well, this is going to take us quite some time. Is there anything that I want to research prior to this? We could go with energized components. That's something that we need. Or we could just... Let's just blast through... like bedrolls. There you go. Just blast through some of the really quick and easy ones. And get ourselves a good amount of bits and bobs. Get another cook's table here. Okay, it's saying that it's going to be a bad temperature, but that's okay. We can fix that. Why? What temperature is it here? 4. Why is it 4 down here? Why is it 4 and 5 degrees? That seems silly. Meh. Anyway. Right. The kinload of carbe is an AI persona core. Oh. A ring of enemy turrets defends the site. Willing to sell us the location? No, thank you. I don't really need an AI persona core just yet. Let's... Oh, you can't copy the bills. Jesus. Fine meal, Vegemite, lavish meal. Alright. So when this second cook station comes online, we're going to decommission this little kitchen, and we'll have this as the primary kitchen here, with the intention that we can keep this room a little bit cooler than what it currently is. This one's 14. That's not too bad. And we can stop using this frickin' door, which is just letting all the heat flow out of this freezer, because 2 coolers is evidently just not enough. So what we might do... Here we go. Here's how we're going to take care of this. Right. Cook Station 2 online. Bedrolls, good. We've got that finished. Let's go... I don't know. Oh, let's... Alright, we've just figured out how to make a frickin'... You know, a scanner for a starship. Let's figure out how to make a bow and arrow, shall we? Doesn't that make sense? Right. Bills. Add bill. Vegemush. Do until you have 20. That's fine. Fine meal. Do until you have. And lavish. Do until you have. I also want to start making some pemmican. Or should we make... Can we make survival meals? No. We can make caramel balls. Or we can make soup. Or berry pie. Oh, berry pies. What's this require? Berry pie from corn or rice, any milk, egg and berries. We have all of those things. Let's see if we can make some berry pies. Do until you have X. Alright, so Vegemush, fine, lavish, pemmican, berry. Okay. Add Vegemush, fine, lavish, pemmican, and berries. And we'll do until you have for each of these. Good. Okay, so that should mean that these two can now be deconstructed. This can then be probably deconstructed. This can also probably be deconstructed. And this door here can be deconstructed. Right? And we'll go back to normal speed. So then once this door has been removed, now the recurve bow, okay, great bows, cool, let's research that. Now that that's out of the way, let's plop a wall in there to seal that sucker off. Excellent. Let's have a temperature vent going this away. See where we're going with this? Temperature in here, 13. Okay, great. And then architect, deconstruct this here wall. Great. And you know what? Floors. Let's remove that sterile tile. I think that was a sterile tile, wasn't it? Yes. And we'll plop it back down in here. And then in this section, because this is just our, you know, our heat zone, we're just going to pop down some rough, you know, marble. Yeah, sure. Why not? Alright, good. Good, done, excellent. So this room is now not too hot, but it is dumping its heat out down this corridor here. And helping to keep all of that sort of looked after. Meanwhile, in here, we're back down to close to, but not acceptable. So let's have one more. No, we don't have enough components. All right. Do we dare put it in? I think that we kind of do. And then we see if we can make it a priority. Great bows is completed. Wonderful. Is this helping us in our thing? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Kinlig of Carbe have dropped by for a visit. We've got Flamingo, Buffalo, Butterfly, and Bourne. Oh, and they seem to be willing to trade. Well, that's kind of cool. When they arrive, we'll have a chat to them, shall we? But I need to figure this out. I want to put another cooler in here. So I'll tell you what, let's just go for it. If I lose some meat, I lose some meat. So we'll pop another cooler there. It has the requirement for 3 components, which we don't currently have. These people are working in this room, which is probably not doing them any favors. Although it seems to be not terribly bad at the moment. It sort of wavers up and down. But now, okay, so let's toggle these off for now, because they're not going to be doing anything until these new components get delivered. We'll get someone to prioritize this. Rex is already on it, so that's great. I don't think there's anything else that requires components at this particular point in time. And so all we need now is for someone to put it together. Okay, so these can be turned back on. This can be undone. This can go down to minus... Let's go to -5. Great. So, we now have 3 coolers keeping this place clean. And it is sitting at about the... Okay, great. I don't know. Coloured lights? Sure, why not? Maybe we need another vent. Let's build another vent here. Or 2. We've got plenty of steel up our sleeves, so we'll just plonk that in, and that way we can keep the butcher table and the food storage area separated. Good. Okay. So, -5, and up here, -4. That's better. I guess there's like a limitation as to how much cool air can be transferred from one area to another. So, maybe we need to duplicate these vents here. But at the moment, it seems to be doing the trick. This room, 13, not so great, but hey, I would rather have this room be a bit cool, and have cooking go. Ah, shit! Oh, we missed him. Well, that's because they were standing up. Oh, okay. Because they were visitors, they were standing up in that zone instead of coming down to the standard area where I expect people to come to, but oh well. How are these things doing? Resting, growing, great. Everything's fine here. Coloured lights have been researched. Smoke pop belts? Did we have shield belts there? Yeah. Oh, that's spacer as well. Let's get this up and running. And power again is a problem. Probably because this guy's online. Ah. Okay. How does it work? Does it scan? Is there anything to scan? Do I need to... I don't know how this thing works. What does it say? Automatically detects precious minerals like gold and jade in nearby areas, but not in which it was built. The lumps are found on average once per 30 days within a radius of 30 tiles. Building... Oh. Okay, well within 30 tiles it's going to find bugger all. It's going to find this stuff here that I already know about. And that's a complete and utter waste of time, so just pull it down. It's chewing too much power at the moment. It needs 200 watts. So no wonder we need to keep these suckers running. Let's turn those off. That's been shut down. What does this need? 7! Oh, dear me. Oh, okay, hang on. Let's deal with a couple of these things. Psychic drone, females, great. Because that's all, you know, that's the primary population of our base here is female people, but oh well. Not much we can do to help them at this particular point in time. I'm concerned about this power situation, though, because, well, yeah. This thing needs a heck of a lot of juice. I mean, look at the range on this thing. Gordon Bennett. In fact, you know what? I kind of feel like I should relocate this so that it can hit both sides, because at the moment these power units are in the way. And they're kind of blocking its shot. Or at least it looks like that's the case. Wow, when I put it down I thought, oh that's odd, it doesn't have a radius. Like these ones are, you can see it. I put this down and went, there's no radius for that, oh well. Oh yeah, there is. Holy jeebus. That's incredible. I kind of feel like I should put one on each corner of the base. And just be done with it. Huh. But we need more power as a priority. So if I look at our current power... Yeah, okay. So we've got some storage there. Oh, Richard the Muffalo, lovely. We've got some storage increasing so far as power goes, even with these two off, which is good because we're actually running quite low on the old wood. So I kind of feel like we need another one of these bad boys. They output 3600 watts, and there's a spot for one right here, and then we can build some walls around it, like we did last time. Like this. Not there. Do I want to try and pipe the heat down? I feel like, yeah, I kind of do. Let's do. So, we'll build it out like this. And then we will build a little tunnel that makes its way into the bedrooms? Or is that a bit too far around? Let's go this way. And like that. And that way we can have like just a standard door, like here, I guess, to get into the place and do what we need to do if we need to do it. And then as we build this down here, then we'll have a vent right there to let that waste heat into the base. And another lovely power station, which we will need to conduit up, which we can just run, you know, straight across like this, straight down this wall. No, why did I do it on that side then? No, that's fine. Straight down this wall, which is probably going to be the first place it gets damaged in the event of an attack, but oh well. I'm sure we'll figure that out eventually. And good. That should do the trick. It's going to take some time to bring that online, but it should stop me having to flip these suckers on every now and then. which is good. That's what we want. Cool. All right, guys. Well, I think that's a good place to leave it off. We're researching a bunch of random stuff in the attempt to... Honestly, I started doing the research with the intention of trying to make my spacer research run faster, but the amount of time that it's taken me to research all the little stuff, I could just pour into researching spacer stuff and be done with it. But it's now kind of a point of pride. I now want to just push my tech level up to spacer, because, god damn it, I want to be a spacer. But anyway, I digress. Friends, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.